Now, when Scheller arrives at Remagen, in reality, it wasn't in a nice car like we see in this movie. It was actually on a bike. That shows you just how bad it was. That really shows you just how bad it was. In fact, a lot of adjutants and stuff like that for field marshals and generals were having to use bikes and stuff like that because they were just running out of petrol. Now, I absolutely love the montage with Kruger learning about the reality of the situation and Scheller just slowly realizing the shitstorm that he's just landed himself in. And it's unbelievably accurate what happens in this scene, especially the numbers. What Carl Schmidt is reporting, the numbers that they give are accurate to what actually happened. As far as Hitzfeld knew, and therefore as much as Scheller knew, they had a lot more men there and way better defenses than what was actually there. It was one of those famous examples that happened a lot at the end of the Nazi regime, that divisions that existed on paper actually didn't exist in reality.
That's the road the enemy tanks will have to take. The approach is to the bridge. Are they mine?
There was no artillery position above the hill, which is above the tunnel. Actually, what was there was an experimental rocket weapon, which I'll have a picture of it here, and I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but that's what was positioned up there, and quite frankly, it was quickly abandoned, like the moment the battle began, so it was never fired once during the entire battle. I really also admire the movie for nailing the fail-safes for the detonators. Those are 100% accurate as to what Friesenhahn did at the actual battle, the different checkpoints. I also applaud the movie because I think it expertly shows this, just how tired, weak, young, and old the defenders are. These were people who had never picked up a gun before in their life, had no reason why they would be there. A couple of Polish prisoners were there as well, which is accurately depicted in this movie. Not a fighting force whatsoever, and not what Scheller was expecting.